Yeah, guys, these are the commands related to file and directory handling tool. Something like a ls command lists the files and directories. Something like ll command. So in the ls command, we don't know if it is a file, or directory. So with the help of ll command, we figure out if it is a directory or a file. So something like the initial. So then the first letter is something like hyphen. So it is a file. Something like the first letter is D, so it is a say a directory, right? Directory. Something like the first letter is L. Something like it is a link file. So it is a link file, guys. So now I understand with the help of the command ll. Cd means change directory. I want to move one directory from one directory to other directory. So what is the command, guys? Cd. Cd is the change directory. So mkdir. I want to create a directory. I want to create a directory in the Linux machine. So what is the command, guys? Mkdir is the command to make the directory. So pwd. If you use this command pwd, it will show the
Present
present
working directory.
Working
yes,
directory.
present working directory. These are the commands we learned. So what is the user prompt, guys? What is the user prompt? So after login to your account, something like for example, so in Windows, so you are giving the username and password. So then after that only it will open the Windows OS, right? It will connect to the Windows OS. If the username password is wrong, so it will not connect to the Windows OS. The same like as a Linux also. So Linux also, if you provide the username and the password, then it will open the Linux OS. So if it is a Windows, right, it will show you the prompt. So there's something like a image, something like a Windows image. So it is showing something like this is the. So after login to the Windows machine, something like this is showing. But but Linux is a CLI, right? A command line interface. What is that? Command line
Interface.
interface. So so what it will show? It will show something like a user prompt. User prompt. So user prompt for the Linux is something like so this is the root. You logged in as a root, something like a local host. So local host is the host name or server name. Twilt. Twilt shows the present working directory. So this is the prompt. This is the prompt. If you are seeing after login to the Linux machines. So what this prompt? This prompt is a shell prompt. What is this? Shell prompt. What is this prompt? Shell prompt. What is shell? So what is shell? How you can interact with the Linux? How you can interact interact with the OS, Linux OS through shell only. Through shell. Through shell. Through shell only. Which shell? So Linux contain the bash shell. What is the shell? Bash. Bash. What is that bash, guys? Born again shell. So what is this? Bash is nothing but a born again shell. Bash is nothing but a born again shell. So So once you logged into the Linux server, so this is the user prompt. So if this is the user prompt, so you can access you can operate the Linux from this user prompt. You can you can operate operate the OS from this user prompt. This user prompt. Guys, now you understood, right? So now you understood. Something like what is the command, cd dot is nothing but a one step
back
go
directory.
back. cd dot is nothing but guys two
Two
steps,
Back.
back.
two steps back.
Back.
Something like cd dot. So it will go three steps back. The same like as cd dot. So how many steps it will back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will go 6 steps back. Means so the directories, the 6 directories you are in the six directories. I want to go back directly from the 6 directories. So you can use the 6 steps, or you can use the command cd hyphen. So cd hyphen is the command to go to the back step where you are started, you are started, something like where you are started. So cd directly, if you press the cd, it will go directly the user prompt, user prompt where you are, something like you logged in through as a root, something like, right? So you will directly go to the, if you press the cd, if you execute, if you type cd and press enter, it automatically go directly to the user prompt. So if you use the cd icon, it will go something like you are in the third step, you are in the third step and you executed the directly 6 steps. So if you press the cd icon, it will go to the third step, it will go to the 3 steps back only, whatever the last command you use. So that will command, so that that working directory, it will go directly by using the cd icon. If you, yes, if you execute the cd, directly go to the user prompt, it's directly go to the user prompt where you are, so where you are logged in, so it will directly go to the user prompt, it will directly go to the user prompt. Something like when you want to create a directory, how you are creating directory. So how you are creating a directory? You are
Using
creating the
MK.
directory. So something like you are in the something like root root at the rate local host. So tilt. So something like, so you logged in as a root user. Something like you are asked, you are trying to create a mkdir, something like us class 1. So you created a US class 1. So so then I want to go to the US class 1. I want to create a directory within the US class 1. So then you can change directories. You can, now you are in the which directory? If you press the execute the directory, pwd, you are in the root directory. So then you can go to the cd US class 1. So then now you are in the pwd, now you are in the slash root slash US
First class.
class 1.
One.
So US class 1. So I want to create a directory in this directory. I want to create a directory within this directory. So how you can create a root at the rate a localhost root. What is that tilt symbol shows? Where you are. You are in the this directory. You are in the this directory. Then now you can create the directory mkdir, something like us class 2. So you created a class 2 within the class 1. So now, so something like a root US class 1, US class 1. So within the US class 1, you created a US class 2. So US class 2. Something like how you are creating the directories. So you can use you are using the cd directory, then you can log into that directory, you can go to the directory, then you create a mkdir. So but I don't want to here. So so we can execute the commands in two ways. We can execute the commands. So we can operate or execute the commands in two ways. Two ways. What are those ways, guys? So one is absolute path.
Path.
So
Path.
the
Correct.
second one is
Current
Sorry,
path.
relative path. So absolute path and relative path. So what is absolute path? What is relative path? So relative path is, so whatever, wherever you want to create, you can go to the directory directly and you can execute this. Same like as this. So you are created a directory within the root directory. So mkdir. So you want to create a directory within the US class 1, then you directly go to the US class 1, then you created a US class 2. This is the relative path. So whenever you want, you can directly go to that path and you can create the directory. So this is the one way. This is nothing but a absolute path. So this is nothing but a absolute relative path. So what is absolute path? I want to create it. I don't want to go to the directory. I want to create a directory from where I am. I want to create a directory from where I am. Something like how you can create something like you are in the root @ localhost, something like wilt something like hash. So now you are where you are something like pwd. You are in the /root. So you want to create a directory within the root directory. So you want to create a directory within the root directory. How you can do it? Something like mkdir us class 1. So you already created the US class 1. Now I am trying to create a directory. Now I am trying to create a directory within the US class 1. So no, you don't need to go to that CD US class 1. You can create the directory where you are, something like /root -p. P is the parent directory, root. So in the root US class 1 is there. US class 1. You are trying to create a US class 2. So you can execute the command either you can execute the command either relative path. So this is the relative path or either the absolute path. You can execute the command either the absolute path. So this is nothing but a absolute path. This is nothing but a relative path. So we can execute the commands in two ways. What are the ways, guys? So one is absolute path. Another is a relative path. Another one is a relative path. Guys, now you understood? So what is
Harry, I
the
have a
relative
question
path
for
and
you.
what is absolute path? Yeah.
Harry, I have a question.
Yes.
So, to create a relative path, it seems as like when you are inside a present working directory,
Yes.
already in a root, like a root user.
Okay.
So wherever you are working, you can use a cd command to change directory and use the mk command to create a new directory. Is that what you mean? Like in the
Yes.
relative path, I know the absolute
No.
path is like you can start creating
Yes.
for where
So
you are,
absolute path is
like root
nothing but
user. What do you explain?
yes. So absolute path is nothing but so something like a MK. You
What
are
is
creating a directory in the which directory? So you logged in as a root directory. So if you logged in as a root directory, what is the
Yes, I know
root
that one.
directory is user direct? What is the root directory for the home directory? /root is the home directory for the root directory, right? So once you execute the
That one is,
mkdir,
yes, that
right?
one is understood. I'm asking about the relative part.
So
Like
this is the
already when
relative
you
path.
are
This is the
into
relative path.
yeah.
So this is the relative path. This is the relative path. So I want to create a directory within the directory. So you can, so the one way is
Okay.
you can directly create that. You can directly create. You can use the one command to create the directly, or you can go to something like a CD to US class 1, CD to, then you can do the mkdir US class 2, right? I
Yeah,
will
I
show you
understand now.
practically. You understand? Okay.
I understand creating a directory within a directory. Like what you
Yes.
explained yesterday. This is a relative part.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So I want to create a directory. I want to create a directory. So within the directory, I don't want to go to the directory. We can create wherever we are. So that is nothing but an
Yes.
absolute path.
Yes.
Okay.
So relative creating a directory within a directory.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Relative is nothing but I want to create a directory. So I want to create a US class 2 directory. So within the root directory. how we can create is something like I want to create a mkdir class 1.
within
So
a root
within the
directory.
root directory, then I want to create a US class 2 directory within the US class 1 directory. So we can directly create by using the one command, that is absolute command, absolute path, or we can go to the US class 1, then you can use the mkdir US class 2. So this is nothing but a relative path, right? So we can execute the command by using a single command. So that is nothing but absolute path. You can execute the command. You want to execute a command. So with that commands you want to execute the 3 or more commands for that command. That is nothing but a relative path. Relative path. So I will show it in the real time. You guys can understand. Okay. So any command we can execute in two ways. So the one way is a relative path, the other way is the absolute path. Absolute path. I will show you guys. One second. So this is my server. So you logged in as a server, something like root @ localhost. So whenever you logged in directly, the first command you execute is pwd. Pwd means present working directory. So where you are in the /root directory. You are in the /directory where you are creating anything, in the /root directory. So ls, these all are there. So these all are there in the ls. Something like I want to remove rf star ls. Guys, don't worry. I will tell you that rm command. So this is ls. So ls. So nothing to be there in the root directory. What is the so where you are in the where you are in the you are in the you are in the root
Root.
directory.
Root
You are in the
directory.
root directory. Some here in Windows, something like you go to the C. So in the C, you go to the users. In the users, you go to the Deva, you go to the desktop. So you go to desktop, something like a Docker images. So Docker images. So now where you are in the C directory. In the C directory, users. In the users, Deva. In the Deva, desktop. In the desktop, Docker images. The desktop, Docker images. So your path is something like this is your path. So this is your path. So you can execute this path. So you can execute this path directly. So if you execute this path directly, it automatically go to the Docker images or the something like this is nothing but a absolute path. So this is nothing but a absolute path. I want to go to directly Docker images. So this is directly go to the Docker images. But I want to go to the relative pathwise. Relative pathways. How we can go? So I can click that something like it. So click is nothing but a CD. Now I am in the Windows. So I want to CD users. I'm in the CD users. Then I want to go to the CD Vedadeva. In the CD Vedadeva, I want to go to the desktop. So I'm in the desktop directory. So in the desktop directory, I want to go to the Docker images. So Docker images is the directory. Now where you are in the Docker images. See users whether they were desktop Docker images. But so this is the relative path. You cannot directly go to the directory. So one by one, the step by step. First you can enter into the C directory. Then you can click the users. Then you can enter into the Veda Deva, then you can enter into the rest of, then you can enter into the Docker images. This is nothing but a relative path. So if you want to execute this at a time, this is nothing but absolute path. This is nothing but a absolute path, guys. Now you understood? The same way Linux, the same way Linux. Where you are, so you are in the /root directory. Where you are in the Docker images directory. Where you are in the Docker images directory. So in the GUI, we can automatically seeing because of it is a GUI, graphical user interface. But in the command line, how we can see it, how we can see it, so where you are, so you can see it in the pwd command. Pwd is nothing but a present directory. So so in the which directory now you are in the /root directory. /root directory. something like I want to go to, so something like cd/var log, something like cd log, cd. Now I am in the var folder. I want to go to log folder. Log, cd log. Where you are? You are in the var log. So var log. Now you can see the ls. So something like a. So I want to. So I want to see the messages in the something like less cloud init dot log. So you execute. So where the logs are available? The logs are available in the which directory? The logs are available in the var log. So once you go to the var directory, then you can go to the log directory. Then you can execute it the log files. You can see the log files by using in the less command. But I don't want to go to. I don't want to go to the relative. This is the relative path. I don't want to go to the relative path. I want to see. So I want to see from here where you are in the root directory. But where the logs are available, the logs are available in the var log. So then directly I am executing the directly command, something like where you are. So the logs are available in the var log cloud init dot log. So I'm executing the command. I'm executing the command from root directory. But the logs are available in the logs are available in the var log. But I'm executing the command from root user. But I'm specifying the full path. I'm specifying a full path is nothing but a absolute path. I'm specifying the absolute path. Now see. So now see. So within the root, you executed this command and it will execute it. But the logs are available in the so var log cloud init log. So but you are executed through the absolute path. So this is the relative path. So once you go to the cd var, then you go to the cd log, then you can execute the less cloud init dot log. So this is the relative path. So this is the absolute path. So we can execute the commands in two ways. So one is a relative path. So one is the absolute path. So one is the absolute path. Guys, now you understood?
That means step by step is relative path.
Yes, step
Directly
by
mean
step is yeah. Directly you can execute wherever you are. So that is a absolute path. So the step by step procedure is nothing but a relative path.
okay. Thanks. Thanks. Got
So
it.
whatever the commands we can execute two ways. In the Linux we can execute two ways. So one is relative path, one is absolute path. So by relative path we can execute the command same way. In the absolute path we can execute the command. We can execute the command. So we can execute the command. So there are the two types of two we can execute the command two types. One is absolute path, one is relative path. Now you understood, guys?
Harry, one question here.
Yeah.
So if I come here where you had the cd command, the val slash
Yes.
cd slash no
Yes.
one step, yes, that one, yeah. So this is the relative part you're talking about, like
Yes.
creating a
This
directory
is the
within.
relative path. Yeah. This
Okay,
is the
yeah,
relative
yeah,
path.
okay,
So,
okay,
so
that's it.
here I executed the command at one time. Here I executed the command multiple times. To reach the
Yes.
command, so you want to execute two or three times. Here I executed the command only one time. So wherever I am,
So
so I can specify the total path. So we can execute the command.
Harry,
Okay, this
yes,
is
one
nothing but
second. In relative part, you executed a command more than one time because you have to go through the cd command to change with the lock, then to go to present working directory, right? Yeah,
so
up there.
so
That yes,
no,
where
no,
you
no,
are,
for
then that be
purpose
yes.
so yeah. So what I
Yeah.
did is something like relative path is cd var. So I go to the first
Yes.
cd var. Then I go to the
Yes.
logs.
Yes.
Logs, not a logs, I think log, cd log. Okay. So I
Yes.
executed the command. So first so the where the logs are available in the var within the var log directory. Within the log directory, the logs are available, right? So now I am in the logs directory. Now I am in the var logs directory. I can see the logs. So by using the cloud init dot log, right? So this is the relative path. So I don't want to go to where cd logs and then you can execute the command less cloud dot init dot log. Okay. So I can
So
execute the
Harry, one
command.
second.
Yeah.
Harry, one second. Where you have the, because I don't understand where this the init.log. That is why I see the cloud command, the log.cloud, then
no, no.
dash init.log.
Yes,
So
yes.
that init, that's why
Some,
init, I don't know where that's
something
coming from.
like don't compare this. Just remember, you guys are understood like that. So this is just a log, whatever it is, DNS log or boot log, boot.log or whatever the log. So whatever the logs are
Okay,
available
okay.
under the var logs, whatever it is. So going forward, you know it, guys.
Okay, this one will
As of now,
appear what this log will appear whatever they save it under that name. This log will appear once you go to the cd command, var log and directory. That one will appear as this one it is, as it was saved,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so less is the command to see the content, to see this is the
The
file,
content,
right?
yeah.
Log is nothing but a file. So I want to see
The
the
file.
file. How we can see the file by using less or more. I will tell you guys these commands. Just for comparing purpose, I use this command. So absolute command and relative command and absolute command. Less something like a var log cloud init dot log. For comparison purpose, I use this, guys. You guys going forward, you guys understood what is less, what is what, guys. No worries. But just comparison
Okay.
purpose, I used this. So this is a relative path. So this is a relative path. This is the absolute path. This is the absolute path. So we can execute the commands. It's something like I want to see the logs. I want to see the cloud init logs or whatever the logs. So I want to
Yes.
go to the directory, whatever the logs are there in the directory, then I can go to the directory and then I can execute the logs. I can see the logs. But
Mm.
so I don't want to go to that wherever the logs are available. I don't want to go to the logs. Go to the directory. I can execute wherever I am. So I can execute wherever I am with the help with the use of directories, with the use of absolute command, with
Absolute
the
command.
use of absolute command. So wherever
Okay.
you are, so wherever you are, but the logs are available in the var log directory. Where within the where, so within the where there is a log directory, within the directory, within the log directory there is a log files. Okay, but I am executing this command wherever I am, wherever I am, something like I am going to cd opt. So now we are, now where are we now? And I am in the opt. So but the logs are available in the var log. So I don't
Well, look.
so I'm executing this command. I'm executing this command from here. I'm executing this command from here. Yeah, it's executed. It executed. But where you are, so you are in the OPT. But before where you are in the /root directory. So absolute command. So we can execute this absolute command wherever we are. Wherever we are, we don't want wherever we are. So we can execute. So you can execute if you give the full path of the full path of the full path of the log. Okay, guys, now you understood, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So something like so yesterday what we see is something like how to create the directories, how to go to the directories, how to list the directories or files. So we seen yesterday these commands, right? But what about files? How we can handle the files? How we can how we can handle the files? So how we can handle the files? How we can handle the files, how to create a file, how to modify a file, how to delete a file, how to handle the files, how to handle the files, guys. Does anyone knows how to handle the files, guys? Yeah. So create a file, modify a file, something like so we can use three commands. So three commands, we can use the three commands to handling the to handle the to handle the files. So we can use three commands. So we can use three commands to handle the files, guys. So how do you find if it is a file or directory or if it is a file or directory or a link file, guys? How do we find out? Which command? Which command? Guys, so if it is a file, so if it is a file, or if it is a directory, or something like if it is a link file, guys, so what is the command? So which command we can use? What is the command to figure out if it is a file or directory or link file? Guys, tell me. So what is the command, guys?
LL, right?
LL
You
is
you asking
long
how to
list.
find the file or drive?
Yeah. How to find the directory or a file or link file. So how to
File
find,
is
guys?
file. It is find out it starting with the letters. Sorry,
Yeah.
underscore.
So
Yeah.
if it is a underscore,
Directory.
so if it is a,
It is a file.
yeah. So the starting letter is underscore,
Underscore
then it is a file.
file.
Starting letter
Then
is
D.
D, so
It is
then
nothing
it
but
is a
directory.
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 The starting letter is L,
L. It is a
then it is
link
a
file.
link file. So how do you find? How do you find which command? Which command? So you need to find, right? If it is a file or directory or link
Yeah.
file. What is the command? Long list. L is the,
Command.
so long list. The command is LL. The command is LL, long
LL.
list. Okay. So as of now, so something like you learned about the, so directory handling, directory handling commands, directly handling commands. So what are the commands? File handling commands, file handling commands. So directory handling commands, what are those, guys? What are the directory handling, guys? mkdir
Okay, right.
cd. Cd is
CD.
nothing but a change directory, mkdir is nothing but a
Getting the directory.
making a directory. So these two are the directory handling commands. What are the file handling commands? So something like a touch, cat, vi or vim. So both are same, vi. So what is touch, guys? So I want to create a file. I want to create a file in the Windows. What is the command, guys? I want to create a file in this directory. Go to the new. So I want to create a text document, something like array.txt. So in Windows, we can easily to create by using the GUI. But I want to create a file in the Linux. I want to create a file in the Linux OS. How you can do it, guys? By using the touch command. So what is the touch command? What is the syntax for the touch command? Something like a touch
File name.
array.txt file name. So example equal to, guys, tell me the example. Touch, for example, hari.txt. So touch hari.txt. Yeah, hari.txt is created. So what is the use of touch? So touch, by using the touch command, so we can create a file, but
File
not
name. Content. Content.
add or
Data.
modify,
Okay.
but not add or modify the data. Just creating file purpose, we can use the touch command. So what is the cat command? What is the cat command use, guys? To see or read the to read the content. So to read the content of the
Terminal.
file. No, file. So to read the content of the file. So to read for example, you created the file. You created a file hari.txt and you created the data. You created the data. For example, in Windows, you created the hari.txt. This is This is nothing but a touch command. So I want to add, I want to add, modify the file. I want to add the content to the file. So, this is something like, this is Hari US class 1 file, right? So something like I added a content to the Hari.txt. So what is the command? You can use the command. You can use the VI command. So VI command is for to create the file, to create, modify, to create, modify, create the file, modify the file, and read the file. So read the file by using VA or VAM. So to create, modify, or read the file, you can use this command. You can create the file, modify the file, and read the file. So, but in the cat command, just you see the content. So here in Windows, something like you already added the content in this Hari.txt. I want to see the content. How you can see something like double click. If you double click, you can see the content of the file. But in the Linux, how we can see the content of the file? So how we can see the content of the file? Something like a cd//etc. Yeah. So here, something like, what is the command? Cat is the command to read the content. Cat is the command to read the content. Something like, so this is .conf. This is a file. So how you can figure out something like ls rsync. Yeah, you see. So you see that. So this is a file. Now you figure out. So rsyncd.conf is the file. So I want to read the file. How you can read the file? By using cat command. Rsync rsync.conf. Yeah. So if you cat the command, if you cat the file, so to see the content of the file, to see what is the content there in the file. So you see by using the cat. Cat is the command to read the content. To read the content. Something like etc. Something like configuration example UID. These all are there in the conf file. Same like as a Hari.txt. So how you can see this content of the file by using the cat command. In Windows, if you double click this, it automatically open. But I want to see the content of the file in the Linux. Definitely we need to use the cat command. So we need to use the cat command, cat rsync.conf. So cat, so what is the syntax guy? Cat file name. Cat file name. Cat something like rsync. The example is cat rsync.d. So this is, so we are so to read the content of the file, you can use the cat command. So just I want to create a file without data. I want to create a file without data. So by using, I want to create a file without data. Want to create a file without data. So we can use touch guys. I want to create a file with data. We can use VAM. I want to create a file with data. We can use VAM. I want to create a file without data. You can use touch. I want to see the content of the file. You can use the cat command, guys. I want to see the content of the file. You can use the cat command. You can use the cat command. Guys, understood?
Yeah.
Guys, understood? So what is the file handling commands, guys? File handling tools. So what are the file handling tools, guys?
Touch cat VIM.
Guys, everyone, I'm asking to everyone, right? I'm asking to everyone. Everyone can respond. Victoria, Valinio, everyone can respond. Everyone
Harry,
can respond.
Can you take us one moment back to how you enter into the cat command to read the content of the file?
Yeah.
Like
so
how
the
you
command
went
is
to the
just
cat
cat,
command to
whatever it may be. Something like, for example, CD. Yeah. I will show you. something like touch. So where I am? Where I am by using pwd. I am in the root directory. I am in the /root directory.
Directory.
I'm creating a touch hari.txt. So we can create the file without data by using touch command. Yeah, ll hari.txt. Yes, hari.txt file created without data. I want to read the content of this data, hari.txt. Is there any content on that file? No. So if not showing, there is no content on that file. There is no content of that file. So I want to modify this file. What is the command, guys? I want to modify this file. What is the command?
VIM.
So VI. For example, VI command. VI hari.txt. Yeah. So it's opened the file. So insert. So I'm inserting the file, something like so I will tell you guys, no worries. So this is the hari.txt. It's like a document, guys. My internet, I think my internet is very bad. I want to your internet connection. Yeah. Guys. TP link, right? I'm using a TP link. Why? Yeah, insert. So this is Hari document file. So I'm modifying this file. I modified this file with content and I save. So then I am trying to read this file. What is the read this file? Cat is the reading of the file. Yes, this is the Hari document file. So before there is no content in the files. I want to modify, edit, delete. So by using the vi command. Guys, now you understood? So guys, now you understood something like before that cd var log. Yeah. Cat var log something like a cloud init.log. So now I am reading this file. So this is log is the file. So how you can read the file, guys? You can read the file through cat command. Yeah, I executed the cat command. Yes. Now I am able to see the content of the file. Now I am able to see the content of the file. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right? Yes. So cat command is to read the content of the file. To read the content of the file. So now you got it, guys. What is the cat command? What is the touch
Yeah.
command? What is the VA command?
Excuse
Yeah.
me, please.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have a question. If you
Yeah.
can, I don't know if you can take us back to the first command I used for cat command that says synchro dot something like net. Yeah, are you referring that as the user or
Cat.
what? Yeah, after the cat.
Yes. So what is the syntax for that? So what
Yeah.
is the syntax?
So this is that the user, or is it like a root name? So how does it apply with this cat command?
Cat is not a user. Cat is a
I
command.
know.
So
I'm talking of this resign dot
rsync.conf, right? So this is just a file. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. For example, I'm something like I seen something like these all are the files. These all are the locale.file. For example, locale is the file. I don't know what that file is. Just how you can read that file. So by using the cat command. By using the cat command, you can read the file. So I'm taking any one of the examples only. I don't
So
know what it is.
you are taking any name in the file to read it.
Yes.
You are taking any name to read it. Then before you take
Any
any
name, hari.txt or whatever
before you take any name, how do
Hmm.
you can you go back and tell us like how you generate those names for the first time? Because
For
you
the
took
first
the
time.
name from, you took the name from what comes out from the files. So how do
So for
you,
example,
yeah.
So something like I'm removing this file also, rm.rf hurry.txt. Don't ask this command. I will tell you guys going forward. So we'll understand the rm command. So just now, so this is the ls. I'm just executed the ls command. So there is no list in the directory. So where you are in the way, which directory you are in the root directory. There is no content in the root directory. So there is no content in the root directory. So what is the file handling tools? Touch is the file handling tools. Touch. So I'm creating hurry.txt. What is the touch command? So touch command, you can use the touch command to create the file without data. To create the file without data, we can use the touch command. Yes, I executed the touch command. So yes, now ls. Yes, hurry.txt is created. Hurry.txt is created. So what is the cat command? Cat is the command to read the content of the file. So for example, hurry.txt is the file. So I can, so let's see. So what is the content there in that file? Cat hurry.txt. There is no content in this file. There is no content in this file. That's the reason. So that is not showing anything. That is not showing anything. Now you understood? So what is the touch? What is the cat?
Yeah, since it's not showing anything, how
Anything,
do you,
because of there is no data in that
I
file.
know,
There is
but
no
what is the next for you to do right now, like in order to see what is showing?
VI, right?
For now, you are trying to read what the content of it. How do you read it?
Yeah, I'm reading the content of the. I'm reading the of what is I'm reading the content of the hurry.txt. Hurry.txt. This is the file. So something like you see. So this is the document. What are the contents are there in the document? That definitely there is a content in the document. How you can see it? If you double click that, it automatically see the content. But if there is no content, there is no content. For example, a new file, new document. Yeah. Is there any content in this document?
No.
No, right. So you see, if I open this, there is no content. The same way, I created a file, so without any content. So I'm trying to read this file. So if there is no content, that's the reason it is not listing any content in this file. The same way, in the document. The same way, yeah. So we created a new document without data. Without data. How we can read it? By double clicking. If see, so there is no content. If you created a file, if you created a document without data, if you are seeing, so it is not showing anything. It is not showing anything in this document. The same like as a hurry txt created the file, but without data, we created the file. So I am trying to read the content. What is the content there in the file? I don't know if the content is there or not. How we can check? By using the cat command. Cat is the command to read the content. If it is there, it will show. If it is not there, it will not show.
Okay.
Now you understood?
Okay. Yeah.
Harry,
Yes.
Harry, I think you've not yet really answered the question, because
Yeah.
from what he asked, because when you did the first cat command, there was something that after you showed cat, then it was something like RM something that came after that line of cat, and then you said that command stays the same. It comes from the main page, it stays the same. But now the explanation now, it shows that from the cat command, nothing comes up. You understand? So he wanted to know, after the previous cat command, not in this one, the other one you had, there was another word that went across the command. Just put it down. I think that was what he was trying to ask.
Yeah,
But on the
right.
previous one, he said that one stays the same. So like it stays like it's from the original content. That letter just came like the way they saved the file. So that was what he was asking, that where is this one coming from?
And if we cannot locate it, I think you can take us to where we can modify it or read it, where we can read the file. Like where we can you can take us to where the command that we can read the file. Like you can apply the command that we can be able to read the file.
Harry, do you understand? Do you get me? Like the first one you explained from the cat command, that was just a file that was how it was registered from the onset, from the original document. So that one came. So he wanted to know why that one stays the same and where is that one coming from. After the cat command, there was a word, something that arrow something that went along the line, but you said that one stays the same like the original content of the document. So he was trying to know.
Yeah, another thing he said he don't know the name on the file, but you can choose one.
Yes.
Is there any way you can take us to the? Can you take us to?
Yes,
Can you use the command to take
understand
us to those
that,
files?
right? So I don't know where it is from. So that configuration files are created while installing the OS. I took I took only for the example purpose. So I think that is a file. How we can read the file? So that file where comes from? That file comes from while installing the OS. Those are the rthing.conf or whatever. Some files are created while installing the OS. So
Okay, that is good.
I just took the that is a file. If the content is there or not there, I'm verifying with the cat command. If it is
Yes.
there, so it will show. If it is not there, it will not show. Now you
So
So
understand,
how
right?
do
I already explained right that already. He already agreed that one.
yeah.
Can you go back?
Okay.
Can you just go back and explain it once? I know we can watch the recording, but it would be very nice if you can stay aligned to what we're learning right now instead of going back and forth.
So where we need to go?
Like I'm finding it difficult to understand this command for reading those files.
For
So
example, I will
now,
give.
Harry, this one now is okay. The cat command we verify with the cat, so there is nothing to read. This one is okay, but he was worried about the first one. When we verify with the cat, then there was a command, an existing command that was there. So that was where he wanted to know where
That
that
is
one
not
was
a
coming
command.
from.
That is a file. That is a file. That is
A
a
file,
file.
yeah, where that file is coming from.
rsync.conf is the file. That file
But
comes
now
from while installing the OS. So what I took
but now
is
the cat.
examples. Yes. Go ahead.
But now this present one explains everything that with the cat command, we cannot read anything. There is no file. The content is blank, nothing to read. This one is fine. He was just worried about the previous one, which I myself, it was a concern, but you explained to us that, okay, that is how it is. But this one now, there is nothing there. It is blank. So I think it's coming
So
from
for
the way it was being
example,
installed.
so So in the Google or something like you downloaded a one file. Okay. So you want to read that file. How you can read that file?
Through the cat command.
By clicking that not a cat, something whatever it may be, by using the cat command. So how it comes. You are downloading from the Google or whatever in the browser, right?
Yeah.
So who uploaded that document? Why that document? I am asking these questions. So can you answer
Yeah.
me the question?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
You
yeah.
I
understand, right?
understand, Harry. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand, right? So
Yeah.
You're
because of
asking who uploaded the document.
No,
yes.
Okay.
It's already created while installing the OS. So why I am
Okay.
showing is that is a file. That is the reason I am trying to read it the file.
So the
he
name of
says he has no
the
control.
name of so the name of the person that created the file is what you are going to is part of the cat command. Is
Yes.
that what you?
So if you practice, guys, you will understand the guys.
Yeah, but I
So
think you just answered I think you just answered what I'll be trying to find out.
Yes, everything is fine.
Yeah,
everything
it's
is good.
okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
just
yeah.
understand you. Yeah.
So we need for the VI. So if you want to explain for the VI, so we need something like half an hour time, guys. So half an hour time we need to explain the VI command. So because of VI having the three modes: command mode, index mode, and execution mode. So we have three modes to something like VI is two. So this VI are VIM editor. What is VI is nothing but a visual display editor. What is VI? Visual display editor. What is VIM? So VIM is nothing but a visual display editor improved. So this is the future of the VI only. So this command mode editor for files, other editors in the Linux are Emacs, gedit. So VI is the edit for the most popular. So what is the VI is the editor. VA is the something like a to create the file, modify the file, or edit the file. We can use the VA. VA is the most popular command we are using every day in the real time environment. So every day we are using this command, VA and cat command. Touch is, so we cannot use the touch command, guys. We can use only the VA and cat commands. So VA and cat are the most popular commands for using the file handling tools. We can use the most commands VA and cat, guys. So VA having three modes, something like a command mode, insert mode, and execution mode. Something like tomorrow I will tell you guys. This is a big one. We need a half an hour to explain the VA command. To explain the VA command, we have a three modes. How we can go to the command mode to insert mode to execution mode. So we don't want to go to we don't have an option to go to the direct from insert mode to execution mode. So again you can go to the command mode, then command mode to execution mode. Again you can go to the command mode. So these are the options. How we can go to the command mode. So how we can insert the cursor position, something like how in what is the insert mode. So what is the command mode? What is the command mode? How we can execute these commands. So what is the extended mode? What is these commands we are using for the extended modes? So this is we need a half an hour time to explain this, guys. So tomorrow we will show you. Okay, the VA command. So what is yesterday we discussed about the folder directory handling tools. So today we discussed about the file handling tools. What are the command for the file handling tools, guys? What is the command? The command is nothing but a touch cat VA. Touch cat VA. Touch is the command to create the file without data. Cat is the command to read the content of the file. So VA is the command to create, modify, read the file. So we can use this one command. We can use everything. We can use everything. So how many modes are there in VA? We have a three modes: command mode, insert mode, and execution mode. So first, if you open the file, it will be in the command mode. Then you want to modify or insert the data, so you can go to the insert mode. So you want to save the file then you can go to the execution mode. So we have a three modes, guys. Tomorrow I will explain. So within the three modes, we can do multiple operations. We can do multiple operations on the three modes. Okay, guys. Now you understand?
I don't have
Guys,
that document. I don't have that document yet. Where can I get it?
you already have. So this is the document I already uploaded in the. So what is your
Harry,
email?
Where did you upload it?
Harry, why do you upload this document? So I don't get I've not been getting the document for the past.
Yesterday I already told you, right? Yesterday I already told you. Can you please your email ID so that I will
Okay,
give
I will
the
try to